I think on this note of how the dimension of spirituality and faith weaves itself into this conversation, I'd really like to invite our next panelist, who is Adrian Miller. And Adrian Miller is a food writer, attorney, and certified barbecue judge. That Adrian, we're gonna have to get some tips from you, I think, on another conversation around that. Who lives in Denver, Colorado. I have to say, you have quite the fascinating background. Adrian received an AB in International Relations from Stanford University in 1991 and a JD from Georgetown University Law Center in 1995. He's currently the executive director of the Colorado Council of Churches, and as such, is the first African American and first layperson to hold that position. He previously served as a special assistant to President Bill Clinton with his initiative for One America, the first freestanding office in the White House to address issues of racial, religious, and ethnic reconciliation, and was also a senior policy analyst for Colorado Governor Bill Ritter Jr. Adrian, please, we would really love to hear your reflections and your thoughts around this, especially given the multiple dimensions that your professional background has included.
Yeah, thank you so much. Really appreciate having this opportunity to share my thoughts with all of these great people. So I start off by thinking about my father, my 80-year-old father, Hyman Miller, who grew up in the segregated South in rural Arkansas at a time when if you were a Black person, you couldn't look a white person in the eye without asking for trouble. And I talked to him Sunday for dinner, and I asked him, what do you think about what's going on right now? And he said, in the 1960s, after all that civil rights legislation was passed, I never thought that I would see things get this bad. So I'm seeing the dreams of my own father being dashed right now. And then for myself, when I look at George Floyd, I see myself. I know that it could have easily been me in a similar circumstance, only because of my skin color. And as much as this country affords the joy of opportunity and reaching your potential, it's just, I have to carry around a sadness because I know that so many people have not gotten the opportunities that I've gotten, that I think about the pain and evil visited upon my ancestors in this country and how many dreams have been dashed and deferred because of racism. And I think about how it just sickens so many aspects of our society, our democratic institutions, the church. I'm part of the Christian faith tradition, and I know that the body of Christ is broken because of race. And I spend a lot of time thinking about how can I bring my talents to address that situation. But I want to end by just thinking about the dreams of Gianna Floyd, who is George Floyd's daughter, who recently said, "My daddy changed the world." And so maybe in this moment, we can actually live out her dream, bring those words to fruition, and change the world. We have a chance to do it. We've had many chances to do it before. We've fallen short, but we got to press on so that we can make a change really happen, substantive change, dealing with systemic racism, dealing with the ways that so many aspects of our society affect African Americans, and then also getting to just people, getting to the point where white people, whoever you are, don't feel like you have the privilege and power to restrain what I'm doing, to hold me down. So those are the things I've been thinking about.
Thank you so much, Adrian.